Hello and welcome to another viewer replay cast. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Tier 10 Russian light tank, the T-100 LT. A very interesting vehicle. So basically, when I stopped being active in World of Tanks with content creation and all that stuff, about 2 years ago, I had the T-54 LT, which used to be a Tier 8 light tank, and obviously 2 years ago there were no Tier 9 and Tier 10 light tanks in the game, and all the light tanks had special matchmaking. The T-54 and other Tier 8 premium light tanks had very special matchmaking where they could get into Tier 11 games technically, which meant that not only Tier 11 but also Tier 12 games, which meant that it was full Tier 10. Obviously this whole like Tier 12 games were scrapped, I believe, completely. It's now like Tier 11 at most, but still, basically Tier 8 light tanks couldn't be in a Tier 8 game technically. They had to see Tier 9s and Tier 10s every game, and they were compensated for it by being incredibly fast. In terms of the 54 lightweight, they also had quite a bit of armor, and they usually had quite good guns. Like, you had low penetration, but that was pretty much all the limitations you had. The T-54 LT, for example, had quite good DPM, and in Tier 8 strongholds and clan wars and all that jazz, you usually would have a few of them, especially on Sand River. I believe that we play this map only with T-54 LTs and one WZ or RU to spot them. Obviously, after that, Wargaming did the change of all the light tanks in the game, but the premium ones, they altered the tiers. The T-54 LT is Tier 9 now, I believe, and this guy is on Tier 10. It's very interesting, and it's sort of clear what the Wargaming intended with these tanks, because they are incredibly fast, they have incredibly good camouflage, but their guns are shit compared to medium tanks and pretty much everything in the game. The T-100 is also special in having pretty good armor. The turret is around 200 effective, 250 if you hit it badly, and the front is around 200 effective, the upper plate that is. So it can brawl, especially against other light tanks. This tank is more like a counter to all the light tanks in the game, pretty much, because it can bounce some shots, and it's slightly faster than all of them except the RHM. So it's basically a good counter. But it's also a good spotter, because it's really fast. It's around 45 kilometers, 45 horsepower per ton ratio, and it does 75 kilometers an hour maximum, which means it can run away very efficiently, as we've seen here. Marty here just pushed very aggressively into the north side of the map. He saw lots of bad people, lots of angry red people, so he pulled back. With his speed, that was not that hard. He did lose quite a bit of hit points, but he was able to kill the Rheinmetall, and now he's in quite a good position to counter these lights as well. Very good shot against the T-92, and now we have the WZ here as well. He's gonna put one into his side. This tank does have quite good DPM, but it's pretty much bad in everything else. It only has 300 alpha, it has 230 millimeters of penetration on its standard APCR round, sorry, which does have around 1300 meters in a second speed of the shells. And it has a premium armored piercing shell, which is very slow, but it has 18 millimeters more penetration. Now, the gain of those pretty much is that it's easier to snipe, or rather not snipe, but they lose less penetration over distance than APCR shells. It still feels a bit weird. Like, I would expect the game to have heat there, because 18 millimeters of difference is very little. Like, give it some HE shells to something. Some HE shells with better pen, but who cares? You can see that sniping with this gun is not really ideal. The handling, basically the closest tank to this one is the Rheinmetall, the Tier 10 German light tank, which does have a better gun with higher alpha, better penetration, better handling, better accuracy, but obviously the tank is super paper, and it also doesn't, it has slightly worse DPM, which doesn't really matter, because this tank has, all the light tanks have shit DPM. I mean, if you sort all Tier 10 tanks by DPM, light tanks are somewhere on the second or third page, I think. The best light tank is Obviously, this makes sense because these tanks are incredibly fast and they are really good at spotting, and Wargaming doesn't want you to farm WN8 in them, I suppose, which used to happen a lot in the past. And now he pushes very aggressively and means the WZ, that's gonna hurt. 470. WZ is not a good player, however, that doesn't really matter. If he's able to connect, he will kill him. Also the Scorpion in his ass there, he misses. How did he do that? Okay, he puts one shot into Scorpion, detrags him, and the WZ makes a major mistake and just misses Marty completely. We can see the maneuverability of this tank. Incredible. He's able to put the final AP round into his lower plate and just kill him. He was saved by luck here. Well, he very skillfully dodged the WZ. The WZ was bad. A good player would probably hit that shot, but still, well played, and he was lucky that the Scorpion missed him. But this play was, I feel, necessary because now at least like a part of the team is winning. It's not looking very well. Well, it is. It's 9-9, obviously, but the enemy team does have more aggressive positions and better control of the map, whereas the green team is just camping basically this ridge. The 50B is trying to go somewhere, and we lose another tank to what sounded like an ammo rack from the E4. E4 is still on 500 hit points, which is 2 shots for Marty in his T100 LT. He doesn't want to take that, especially if there's still 2 RTs in the game. We also have the lava there, and the Progetto kills the STRV. The Progetto seems to have pushed up into the camping balcony there. SU does trade efficiently. He's probably gonna die soon though, if not to the Progetto, then to the RTs, which are still alive, unfortunately. Very nice clear from the 50B. He's able to kill the Love, and we lose the SU 1:30 PM, which means that the friendly base is open. They can just cap it. And right now this game is actually not looking very well. They still have 2 RTs and they still have 3 fairly healthy tanks, whereas only person left in this team is the 50B, which has any sort of hit points. Everyone else is at RT sneezing territory basically. And Marty is not really efficient at killing E4s and stuff like that. He needs to get the drop on them, he needs to go into their sides, and stuff like the Progettos and Emils. They are incredibly dangerous for these tanks, because even if you get the first shot and you get behind them, they're just gonna turn to you, and they have autoloaders. They have like 3 to 4 chances of hitting you. So the E4 is definitely a better target, and right now Martin needs to kill the easiest targets to make the game easier. We lose the 30B to the E4. No, sorry, that was not the 30B, that was just a 30. And he spots the RT. He backs up a bit, so he's at 400 meters, and the RT just backs up into the corner. It's not gonna help him. He misses. He's not spotted here. What I would recommend you guys, if you play RT, first of all, don't play RT, but second of all, if you do play RT, put binocs on it or something. It's really not gonna hurt. I mean, what kind of equipment are you gonna put on it anyway? And it's nice to be able to spot tanks. The GW Tiger should have definitely spotted him, but it doesn't seem like he has. So yeah, I mean, in my opinion, put some vision equipment on RTs. What are you gonna put on there? This would be much harder for Marty, because right now he killed 2 RTs without any of them even having a chance to retaliate, or the enemy team knowing where he is. He unfortunately misses the shot against the ML. If he had APCR loaded, he wouldn't need to pre-aim so bad, and the ML wouldn't fuck him with stopping there. So very unfortunate for Marty. He still has AP loaded and he's going back to base. Of course, he's at 76 hit points and he lost his last friend, the 50B. Unfortunate, unfortunate. There's some flame going in the chat, but who cares? There's always flaming going on. He is going on the dunes to see if he can spot stuff. Like right now, he does have the advantage in terms of vision, obviously, because this is a very open map. This is a good map for light tanks, and nothing can really spot him before he spots it, because this tank has really good camo, really good view range. You can see that he even has rations on the tank. So obviously this is a good setup for him. If any tank could win this kind of situation, it would be the T100, I think, or any other tier 10 light tank, pretty much. There's something capping the friendly base. What I would assume is happening, that one tank is capping the base and 2 are going to be capping somewhere around these lines. Emil is obviously pushing against Marty. Marty doesn't get swatted, fortunately, but he wants to be a bit farther away from the Emil, because he doesn't want to get spotted and he doesn't want to shoot the frontal part of the tank ideally. So he goes around and flanks. Let's see where the ML goes. He should be able to, well, he will be able to pen his side very easily if he gets the drop on him, but he does need 2 shots. And he's spotted here at 230 meters. He puts one very nicely into the ML. He still has gold AP loaded. Is he able to do it? Yes, frontal plate. He just pens the pike. Very nice. A bit of luck there, but overall it was a very good flank, I believe. He could have been shot there if the capper was like right here, but unfortunately he wasn't. Right now he will be despotted. He needs to get some distance. He tries to spot the cap circle from here and he doesn't manage it. And there's only 15 seconds remaining in the cap. Let's hope the E4 or any of the tanks is not sitting here. That would hurt a lot. 7 seconds left in the game. E4 gets spotted in the balcony. He doesn't catch him. 1 second left. He kills the Progetto. Very nice. And the E4 fortunately doesn't push him. I feel like if the E4 just popped down here, Marty would be dead at this point. He fakes the E4 as if he's going this way, and then he turns around when he's despotted. If the E4 were facing down here, he would be dead now. The E4 is fortunately not. He's driving away far enough from the rock so he doesn't get proxy spotted by the E4, and the E4 is turning his ass towards him. Nice game, Marty. Impressive. Let's take a look at the stats.